Do you think that's acceptable?
Why?
I really thought it was inappropriate.
What is he doing? He thinks he's at a nudist beach, doesn't he?
By the sea, cameraman Phil is once again the centre of attention.
Well, I don't want to see Phil's Hampton rocking about, do I, first thing in the morning? And I'm sure the young girls don't.
And I'm feeling as if I'm 15, 16 again, and just accepting life for what it is, rather than thinking a 50-year-old and I'm out of my comfort zone. Get lost. Not at all, not for a moment. I've travelled 7 continents, climbed in the world's greater ranges, been to tropical islands, tropical rainforests, Antarctica, the high Arctic. But it's actually the people, not the locations, that interest me the most. In my game, trust is everything. If I lose that trust and respect, then game over.
Phil, a bit weird, was walking around with his willy out earlier. Some people didn't find it weird. I found it quite weird. And it was like he was almost doing it on purpose. I didn't really want to see it, to be honest.
Do you think that's acceptable?
Why?
I really thought it was inappropriate that you stood there bollock naked when girls are walking by. I don't care if you're free with your body or not. Some of these young girls may not be.
We're on a desert island.
I don't give a shit. It's disgusting.
What's the matter, babe?
In with his cock out when there's young girls walking by. He should have put his hand over it.
Oh, he's just standing there, like, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what her perspective is. I've never met anyone like her in my life. But I'm just going to let it go. Because life is too rich and beautiful for me to even contemplate worrying about it.
For the group, I should keep my mouth shut. But in my head, I said, if he does that in front of the young girls, I'll have him. And he did.
Do we have... Thank you very much. Can I ask a question? Do we have any more coconut husk?
A tropical downpour has hit the camp, and Phil has appointed himself fire monitor.
Phil. Right. Can I ask you?
Jane, I'm concentrating, please.
Phil, can I ask you? Can you just say, has anybody got any coconut husk? Can you not make it in order?
I can't move from this position, so I need help.
Dear God in heaven. Phil decides to go into dictator mode. Starts bargaining orders at everybody. If that's the way he is, he needs to seriously get a look at his cell, man. He's acting like a twat. A first-class prick.
It'll dry out. If it's shredded like hair, it'll dry out.
Without consulting the others, Phil decides to use the olive oil with all its precious calories to boost the fire.
Phil is a wally of the top order. And he ain't growing on me. If he is, he's growing like a wall.
It's a whole bottle of olive oil, which was done as the whole 5 weeks. Unfortunately, we've only got probably, an inch left. It's really quite depressing, actually, to see that. Isn't it? It really is.
Annoying. It was a lit fire, it was burning, it had flames on it, and half a bloody litre of olive oil gets poured all over it.
You have no idea how furious I am about that.
Well, it was the option using
ridiculous.
an accelerant. It's not ridiculous.
It
We
is.
wouldn't have
Those
had
are
a fire.
calories. These are a group
I totally
calories.
understand. I made
it was
an
a single
informed-
decision. This is a group.
Without that, we would have no food. Without the fire, we'd have no water.
The fire was lit. The fire was lit and burning.
I'm going to close it from my point of view because I'm standing by my decision. I was making a decision that needs to be made.
And it was a very, very poor decision.
OK, we'll have to agree to disagree.
If you actually just went, do you know what, guys? Yeah, that was really stupid of me, wasn't it?
Wasn't.
At the time, I
Then the
wasn't thinking,
conversation
and I
wouldn't
just
have
tried
been
to do it. Then everybody would go, exactly, mate. done and dusted.
But that's
'Cause you've
saying
learned from
something
your decision.
fundamentally I don't believe in, and
But how can 7 people be wrong and 1 right?
Yeah.
I don't get that. If 7 people
as I've said
are saying...
before, it's not a matter of wrong or right. I made a judgment call. Guys, we're getting into the realms of a circular, go-nowhere conversation. I'll stick by my decision.
The rest of us think it's appalling.
Okay?
There you go.
Fair dues.
In survival situations, the simple fact is that people make mistakes. And that's okay. The important thing, though, is accept them and learn from them. Even more important in these sort of high-pressure situations is to show a little humility. Admit your mistakes, rebuild relationships.
I can be a pain in the arse, but at the end of the day, I can't get on with everybody all of the time.
No.
He just doesn't think he's wrong at all. Whatever happens, he will blame somebody else. He will never hold his hands up and say, look, I'm sorry, I've dropped a bollock.
Phil was doing my head in. He just orders people about without any consideration, because the only way you can deal with him is just walking away.
Go big or go home. If you don't put yourself out there, if you don't take the risk, you'll never have the fun.
Whatever anyone likes to say, this is about survival in a group, not just survival on an island.
It's the last day for the remaining islanders, now living as one team.
I've learnt actually that I think people do like me, you know, in groups. And also, I'm probably my own worst enemy.
It would have been so easy at times just to have said, actually, do you know what, stuff you all, I'm on. So proud of you.
Very important role as bridesmaids here. We haven't got flowers, shall we pick a bunch of leaves? Yeah.
The group is using any excuse for a final celebration.
That looks actually really cute. So would you believe it? It is the day we've all been waiting for. The wedding of Barnes and Shireen.
What do you think? Stylish, huh?
I know he's gay. And I'm straight. But love transcends all.
It'll be great. I mean, who wouldn't want Shireen to marry them on the island? Whether they'd want her to marry them in real life is another matter.
Thank you.
Now, Shireen has been an absolute superstar out here. And I take my hat off to the woman.
We are gathered here today to celebrate the marriage of Lord Barnes of Cornwall and Shireen, the Egyptian queen.
Shireen has been an incredible friend to me here on the island, and I totally adore her, and she's done so much for us all. Shireen, my queen. When I arrived here, I thought I would be the only queen. So I thought of no better reason for us to combine, and I hope that we live happily ever after together for the next day and a half.
Shireen's just difficult. But that said, Shireen has driven this group, and I wholeheartedly feel that I would have found it a lot more difficult without Shireen.
You are now married and you may kiss if you so wish.
Thank you. Yes, embrace.
I cannot believe it is our last day tomorrow. I want to make sure that I bury these memories so I never forget this place, because it has been an absolutely overwhelming experience.
The ending to this has been fun. I've never laughed so much. I've never had that much fun.
Go big or go home. If you don't put yourself out there, if you don't take the risk, you'll never have the fun.
Those that are still on that island, that have never given up, they should be proud of themselves. But together you're always going to be stronger. And I think if they'd come together earlier as a team, they would have achieved so much more. Their life would have been easier. They would have figured out how to hunt better, how to fish better. On your own, you are never as effective. Come on, Bear! All done. Wow, some big smiles. Good for you, good for you. You're smiling, you're standing, you're survivors, you know, and this whole process isn't about finding out who's got great survival skills. It's actually about finding out what you're really made of. So what kept you going?
Each other.
Teamwork, spirit.
Remaining positive.
You had to carry on.
Yeah, there's no other
No
option.
choice.
Yeah.
I think you're amazing, I really do.
Thank you.
This fire's obviously been burning. You guys want to put it out? Here you go.
All right, then let's rock and roll.
Here we go.
We did it.
We're actually leaving.
Woo!
Oh my God, we're literally leaving this.
35 days. God, it's a long time. It's home time!
Bring it over here. Bring it over here. I just find it so hard. Amazing.
I go to bed hungry and I wake in the middle of the night with stomach cramps, and the first thing I think about after my dreams of food is food. Absolutely starving.
What else can I eat? I'm not gonna eat these leaves.
All right, I can do this.
Mark is struggling to recover from his collapse. For him, lack of food isn't the only issue.
The nights are so cruel. I seem to be incapable of sleeping here. I've worked out I'm averaging less than an hour a day. It goes dark at 7, so it's 10 hours of darkness. And several nights now, I've waded through those 10 hours on my feet because every time you lie down, it's just agony with the bugs. The experience is utterly brutal.
Yesterday I saw him up there, right, and he was just looking at the rocks for like 10 minutes, standing there like Blair Witch. I can't keep watching him like he is, pacing up and down like a madman. I can't watch it.
It's just so sad. In all the years that I've known him, I've never known him like he is here.
Sleep really is critical to survival because it affects both our physical and our mental health. Sleep deprivation is a form of mental torture. Eventually it will become unbearable and you will start to completely unravel. Once again, all the celebs have had to eat for breakfast is some coconut.
So, it's not making any headway. Jesus Christ, people.
Mark, what's happened about that coconut?
Well, I'm just at it. You know I'm I'll hack my arm off. Who gives a If I get off this island quicker because I've severed a limb, I'll be delighted.
Bring it over here. Bring it over here.
I just find it so hard. Amazing. What I don't want to be is somebody who contributes less to the group than they're taking out. Otherwise, it's possible I'll just be a passenger, and I do not want to be finishing this thing. But people are saying, why is he here? What does he really do? It was fun at first, but, you know, that plays on my mind a bit. My feet hurt.
Too tired to leave camp, Mark puts himself on light duties for the day.
I've fallen over loads of times today. I can hardly remember whether I am Mark Watson or Beyonce. But I can guess, because I don't think she'd be doing this.
I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm a survivor and keep on surviving.
We need to eat.
In the jungle, Ewan is leading another hunt for food.
I can't sit still when I hear animals in the woods.
While on the beach,
What is that? Oh, I could use this.
Melody is scavenging for materials to finish off her new raised bed.
Oh my gosh! I am just a treasure hunter. And I'm happy about it. I think sometimes it seems like I'm antisocial, but I am just trying to do what's best for me. I think everyone should have a little section and things that are there so that it's like home.
To give herself some privacy, Melody has built her bed 20 feet away from the main camp.
Come this way. This here. This is where the magic happens. All of this. This bed. This is an air mattress that I found on the beach. Got a little hole in it, but boom. And we are rainproof. And this is a fire that I keep going aside from our communal fire. So, isn't that magical?
Mel just likes her own space. I think that's what it is. But separation's never a good thing, I don't think.
I know people are making comments about me not wanting to share or whatever. No, if I find a blow-up bed, it's mine.
Everybody's talking about Melody, but nobody's saying anything.
She got that massive bloody inflatable mattress. 6 of us could keep drying that on the floor. She got it for herself. I just don't see how her setting up her own bed alone can do anything but alienate her from the rest of the group. It's meant to be a team. It's weird because she grafts so hard and I respect her for that.
For herself.
Yeah.
You got a little bit in that
We'll
one.
get it out. Thanks.
Whoa. It's a bit lightheaded. So hot. A bit lightheaded.
But each of these little treks is getting harder and harder.
I need to cool down. I need to go and wet my clothes in the sea or something because I'm just sweating. It's like trying to run a marathon in treacle.
The heat and then the rain, you know, the two extremes, but not being able to escape from it.
How you doing, fish man?
It's hot.
Too hot now.
You're dressed in the right colour for heat, though. Dark trousers, dark T-shirt, a boot, dark hair, a beard and a dark hat. You'll be fine. Why are you hot?
The onset of tropical storm season and the dramatic changes in temperature tested the islanders' resolve.
Ooh, look over there. That's coming down. But behind it and in front of it, we're clear. So if we can just get away from it, we're okay.
So when the first deluge hit, we thought we were prepared.
Oh my God. Oh, this is bullshit.
Jesus.
I've been a lot worse.
You tell me.
I've been a lot worse today. It's okay. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just adapting to my environment with my scuba goggles because that's how much water there is. There's so many mosquitoes everywhere.
The tropical storms are horrible. They are unforgiving. They are relentless. We are all freezing and it's not stopping.
While some of the group could handle the conditions,
I've never been out in rain like this.
Whoa, it's coming down now.
Woo! French hands.
for Roxanne, it proved too much.
Oh my God! Everybody's shit! I actually don't know where to start. I don't know where my pants are. Where are my pants? Is this for real? Oh my God!
Come on!
It don't rain like this in Manchester.
Mentally, I broke. There's no hiding from it.
Yeah, come here. It's a twig. It's a twig. It's a twig.
After the weather conditions turned for me, that was when my state of mind did.
Oh, God. See?
After 5 days, Roxanne quit and left the island.
Being an actor, I've always pushed things to the back and just played someone else. But being on this island, you strip bare to your own thoughts and feelings. You're pushed to extreme. I thought I was made of strong stuff, but nothing's stronger than the island.
Roxanne leaving, what was that like?
This is a hard place, as we all know, so I don't begrudge her going at all. I think she needed to go home.
I thought it was a real shame she went so early because she would have given the group just a lot of fun. I was sad to see her go.
Well, the island brings it all out. The irony is she probably would have found the best therapy by staying here. You know, you can't hide, you can't pretend.
Oh my God, I'm knackered. Right, more palm trees to cut.
A month ago, I abandoned 10 celebrities on a remote island in the Pacific.
Do you mind, mate? I'm trying to have a little wee.
Living in such close proximity left the islanders mentally and physically exposed.
I wasn't a massive fan of the hygiene situation on the island. Couldn't wash my hair, got very matted. I think most of it's fallen out now. By the second week, everyone smells like
I actually smell horrible. Smell like dead cats and fajitas.
We don't even have towels. I've just realised we don't even have towels to dry off.
No. The hygiene over there, I mean, there was none, really. I mean, to be honest, I just dealt with it. You got a little bit in that
We'll
one.
get it out.
Thanks.
Oh, God, we've all got very close on this island.
Oh, how delightful, look at that. God, he got a bit of sun. His arse looks like the moon. Full and white.
For some, island life became a little too close.
They'd walk around sometimes with their willies out.
Oh, we've seen a snake.
It's cold in there.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This is how the Red Hot Chili Peppers used to play. I'm Anthony Kiedis.
Wow.
I felt like I was seeing like my dad's willy.
He's over. Oh God. He's bending over. This isn't what I want to see.
It was vile.
Where was your loo?
In the sea.
Always the sea.
It was always en route to the sea.
So was diarrhoea a big part of camp living?
A few of us. Do you have diarrhoea for a month? I did.
Do I?
No, I certainly settled into a routine fairly quickly of having that's for sure.
I've got a belly full of fucking desiccated coconut, and I can tell you now, it's not pretty.
I know it's there, but I just keep holding it in, holding it in. I know I could go more if I wanted to. Just feel like rubbish. Listen, I had the runs from day 1 to day 30.
Oh, I saved everybody. I was almost like Jesus. I fed the thousands with nothing more than a homemade fishing rod.
All of the seas around here are literally teeming with life. There's something like 500 different edible species of fish, and it's why when it comes to desert island survival, I always say to people, fish first. Once you figure out how to catch them, you've got a well-stocked larder right on your doorstep.
Oh, look. Rays, they're shallow, aren't they?
Come on, boys, let's get one of these. But it's easier said than done when you don't have the right tools for the job.
Stingray's one, survivor's nail.
Yeah! No, she's just lost it!
Get behind it! Oh! Cut him off!
Have you ever seen anyone fish like that before in your life?
I don't think any fish couldn't eat it.
That's rubbish. I loved the fishing. I loved doing the fishing, but I was rubbish at it.
Bastard him. That spear's not worth donkey poo. F***ing rubbish. Then the reality kicks in that you have no idea what you're doing and hopefully that you're going to be able to clutch at things to make them work. That's why it's called fishing and not catching. It was a big learning curve. It really was a big learning curve. You f***ing beauty! Look at the size of that bitch!
As part of their basic survival kit, I provided both islands with a handful of fishing hooks.
Oh, Barney, you're an inch or two longer.
It's directly proportional to the size of my penis.
Which meant they could experiment with improvised rods.
That idea is so romantic, isn't it? To be able to carve your own fishing rod, sit there with your stick like a gnome and soak up the sun.
Oh, I got a big one! Woo!
But it was was far from romantic, really. It was a really hard graft.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. She's got a fish.
Daddy brought home the bacon. Oh, I saved everybody. I was almost like Jesus. I fed the thousands with nothing more than a homemade fishing rod.
In a survival situation, the sea can be a lifesaver. But if you don't treat it with respect, it can just as easily take you out.
There he's gone! Ah! Oh,
I've seen it happen. A misjudged tide or freak wave, and it's game over. Rock fishing can prove deadly.
Best fishing was always in the most dangerous spot. And bad happens really quickly. It takes 12 months for Christmas to come. Bad stuff happens that quick.
And that's why rock fishing is considered one of the most dangerous sports in the world.
Literally, within half a second, he was gone, like that. And it was genuinely terrifying, and I just remember screaming at the top of my voice, Ross!
To many more days like this.
There's nothing like a successful hunt to lift the spirits.
Is this the first time we've actually had breakfast?
Yeah, I think it is.
Amazing.
But as I know from experience, the island diet can have a few unwelcome repercussions.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry.
God, that was horrible. I'm going to have to go.
Oh no,
Sorry.
you're not going to be sick, are
I
you?
don't know. I don't feel very well. Sorry.
Pardon me, even the food. Why does that always happen when I'm talking about food? That's not what's supposed to happen.
Basically, I've been having explosive diarrhea.
Oh. I would get completely naked, do a poo, and just run straight into the sea and have a shower and bath in the sea.
With no modern conveniences on the island, the call of nature presented something of a dilemma for the women.
You're doing a poo in the ocean?
Yeah. What?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Why are you in the ocean?
Because it's clean.
Going for a poo. A lot of people went into the jungle and dug holes. I have to confess, I was really worried about something biting my bum. So I used to go just on the water's edge, which I know upset a lot of people.
The men weren't so fussy about where they did their business.
Here comes my esteemed colleague. I think he might have some good news for the camera.
I've officially dropped anchor in Pooh Bay 3 times. Oh, it's such a relief. I feel like a new man.
Going in the sea for me was absolutely perfect. So I've started in the bath.
There is no worse form of torturous hell on earth.
The only downside of being an island medic is that if something happens to you, you've got to treat yourself.
In that situation, you are so tired, accidents happen.
I've got to stitch it.
Really?
Oh, it's f***ing deep.
He's going to stitch himself back together, and I'm going to be here with a hand for him to squeeze.
You have to improvise and just make do.
Is he like Rambo, just stitching himself up in the field?
Yeah, but I've got local anaesthetic and
Yeah, Rambo didn't.
and a sterile pack.
That's nice.
Oh, perfect.
I would say you've done cross-stitch before, my friend.
Yeah. Excellent. Job's a good one.
Well done.
One of the biggest sources of irritation came from the smallest of culprits.
On the island, basically everything is out to get you. The worst, top of the list, is the sandflies, like absolute bastards.
I can't stop itching everywhere I go. They're just all over me. They're ruining my f***ing life.
They're everywhere. You just see them and you're like, you little shits, stop taunting me.
Oh my God. There is no worse form of torturous hell on earth than being eaten alive by bastard sandflies.
Oh, Jesus. F*** you.
For some people, multiple bites from sandflies had a particularly nasty effect.
Oh, God.
These ones all over here have now turned into one massive blister.
Dan's like, it was like a thriller video.
Fingers have swollen and I can't get my ring off. I'm completely stuck.
The islanders found a creative solution to keep them at bay.
So yeah, this is the classic island sleeping look. First thing you're gonna need, socks on your hands. Second thing, you're gonna need a piece of underwear. My sports bra that I brought with me is now on my face.
Is there a trick to dealing with them that we just didn't work out?
It's just a reality of it. You're going to get hammered and you need to man up and woman up, and it's just embrace it.
Can't win, can you? Just suck it up.
Good for you guys. And you can't describe to a viewer what it's like just day after day getting devoured by sandflies. Your faces tell a story.
Yeah.
Considering just how unrelenting and punishing this environment is, the final secret of survival, and the greatest, was just the sheer ability to keep going and endure.
It was way tougher than I ever expected. Way, way tougher.
As I sat on the island, I thought to myself, what the bloody hell are you doing here? I longed to see my wife and children.
So how did the islanders who made it to the end manage to tough it out?
Maybe 3 or 4 times where I thought, do you know what, just jack it. But in the back of my mind, I just thought, you cannot do that. It's the chance of a lifetime, and I'd let everyone else down back home.
I was really surprised at how well everyone kept it together.
I'd found the one way to get through things was I used to just take myself, if I could get there, down towards the beach, sit on a piece of wood and just look out to sea and just deep breaths.
A lot of us were kind of like climbing the walls. You realise how the human brain needs stimulation.
Do you know what I think we should do? A rain dance.
Yeah! Right.
Please stay positive.
Yeah. Take those moves that you have normally at home, times them by 1,000,000, because the environment you're in, you're going to start having a few mood swings and up and down. And I tried to be proper chipper all the time and keep people's spirits up.
I want to cry for some reason, I don't know why.
I know it's hard dealing with Southerners. Look at them. I know they talk funny. I know they're really weak, like weak bones, muscles, everything. You're just going to have to grin and bear it. You might even like one of them.
On Christmas Day, when it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and everyone's a little bit drunk and a little bit tired, and then someone really forces some games down your neck. I was that one.
Go on, girls!
Just to try and just break the boredom a little bit.
I did role play in my head, having little chats with my wife just about inane stuff, you know, everyday sort of stuff that I wasn't getting. And for 5 minutes, I'll put myself in my kitchen or a nice little place that I'm used to, and then go, OK, that was a nice conversation. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with the day now. And that was a little slice of normality. And a little slice of normality goes a long way when you're 5,000 miles away.
They were about to return to civilization. There's no doubt, and I've seen this year after year, and we're now in the 3rd year, the island really dramatically changes people. It gives them an appreciation of the important stuff in life. You guys have been stripped right back to the raw bones, and it's inspiring to see, and you guys don't see it yet because you're in it. But I come in now, and you're different.
It just really makes you appreciate how great we have it in the UK and how lucky we are.
It makes me appreciate my family more than trinkets, money, anything. Family. And it just clears the mind of all the other shit that you don't necessarily need in the Western world.
And you realise, actually, it's relationships and people that make your life amazing, and that's the great thing about it.
Imagine if you could do this island in a tablet and you give it someone. How many relationships would it save, and how many families would it save?
Your challenge is to really hold on to these things, because as you're right, if you could take it in a tablet, you change the world, but not everyone can do this, you know. Sam, Rupert and Fletch continue to look for a drinking supply.
Whoa, watch your hand, mate. Ants, ants.
You know. Ah, Jesus.
Oh, what we got here, guys? What's that, water?
No! Yes!
While one group, headed by retired policeman Tony, stay behind to prepare the camp for the night.
Don't forget, this is your bed tonight. The cleaner, the better.
See you later. Bye.
Call centre worker Ryan and the others head off to scout for water.
Ryan, left or right? Right or left? This way, that way?
This way.
Let's go then.
The island is 1 square kilometre of mangrove swamps and thick jungle. The men have no idea where to head to find water, and currently it's 30 degrees with almost 70% humidity.
I'm too hot and I want a drink.
In this sort of heat, when you're working really hard, you can use up about 1 litre of water an hour. That's how unforgiving it is. And if you take your eye off the ball for a second, dehydration will get you. And the #1 priority for them is finding water. Without it, they'll last probably about 3 days.
Water.
What you found, Zaki?
Stagnant water. There's more over there. We found water, boys.
Salt. No! That is salt water. Hell. Bit scared that the island is just like this all the way. Really? Yeah, that's what it feels like at the moment to me. I hope not. I'm hoping there's some sort of open space where we can look at the sky. Yeah.
Right, here we go again. Flipping heck. Hungry, thirsty.
To be honest, guys, this almost looks like animal tracks, doesn't it?
This is a definite trail, isn't it?
Good trail.
Mate! It's the beach! It's the beach, guys. I can hear it right there. And you can see the sun glinting off it. It's just beyond this prickly mass. Yeah!
Palm trees!
Woohoo! Oh, yeah!
Oh, thank God.
Plastic bottle.
Yes!
Yeah, baby!
Shazam!
Oh, my God, look at this.
Pelicans.
Wow, beautiful.
It's so beautiful compared to that mangrove swamp. It's just perfect, isn't it?
This is ridiculously wonderful. We can sleep tonight, knowing full well that we're going to come down here tomorrow for a dawn swim, and it's all going to be beautiful. Although I'm well tempted to just have a quick.
Well,
should we jump in?
I am tempted.
Let's have a go. Come on.
Away he goes!
In one afternoon, hell becomes paradise.
Suddenly from a dank, sweaty forest full of snakes and spiders and scorpions. It's amazing how happy simple things like just finding this is. Life may not be so bad here.
Sam's been stung on the face by a jellyfish.
Oh, shit.
They'll take the pain away. Go there, in your hand, rub it on your face. And then wash your face.
Can you see anything?
There are no things. You can't pull them off anyway. I mean, try not to touch it.
You can in your hand, rub it on your face, and it'll stop the pain.
Just feel right, it's like right on my top lip and across my nose.
33-year-old bachelor Sam Nightingale works in London as a neurologist.
You know, I'm the kind of person that sets myself a lot of challenges, you know. I'm not kind of satisfied with where I'm at. You know, once I've achieved something, I kind of want to set the next goal. You know, maybe that's something that makes me eternally a bit restless, but it's also something that makes me achieve lots of things, and it's kind of got me to where I am in life.
Actually, it actually really stings.
Just do that.
I'm not on my face. Let's get
Do it.
You sure you don't want to on your own?
I'll piss on your face for you if you want.
Will you?
Kip's preparing some now.
Right, you think we should start heading back to camp now before it gets dark?
It's a shame we haven't got enough time tonight to move down here, but I think it'd be silly.
The men have less than 7 hours of drinking water left. They urgently need to find a fresh source. At the jungle camp, Dean and Tony have cleared a spot to sleep for the night.
I was quite worried about doing this because I've only been out for a year. So Being from...
Did you say you came out a year ago?
Yeah.
Oh, that was going to be one of the questions I was going to ask you.
I came out a year ago. Because I'm from a Romany Gypsy background, it's like, it's harder for me to come out because everyone there is married by the time they're 17.
How are you accepted by them now?
Absolutely fine. Like my dad, I was most scared about telling my dad. So it's like, it is so nice. It's so nice to just be able to be myself and like know who I am.
That's awesome, mate. I'm so chuffed for you.
Sam, Rupert and Fletch continue to look for a drinking supply.
Whoa, watch your hand, mate. Ants, ants.
You know. Ah, Jesus.
Oh, what we got here, guys?
What's that, water?
No! Yes! It's not the best colour.
It isn't, but it'll boil up. We can filter it, mate. That's,
Should we just make sure we see if it's fresh?
Yeah.
How deep's that?
It's about a foot deep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of water. That's...
Oh, yeah, that'd...
keep us going for a week or two.
Boys, that's a great find.
So rather than drinking it, I might just have a little bath in it. Wash my off.
I mean, it's our only water supply at the moment.
Yeah.
We should probably look after it a little more.
Yeah, we should have a out the drinking water rule. Rule number 2.
If they want to drink this water, they'll need to boil it first. And that means they'll need to light a fire.